morning and welcome back to the Monday Motivator. I'm Renee. Today I want to emphasize the importance of storytelling when you're actually putting together a recommendation to a client. Often a client can get stuck on the technicalities and the price of a certain solution, and the best way to get them to focus on the true benefits is by getting them to visualize the value and what impact this particular solution can possibly have within their business. I'll give you a really good example. When I was working for a Telstra dealership, I was sent out to see a client one day. No one wanted to go and see them because they'd phoned into the business centre with a massive complaint about international roaming charges, and they insisted on someone coming out and seeing them. And so it was sort of on my way, and I said, yeah, look, I'll take it, I'll go pop in. That ended up being one of the largest sales I ever had, because what unfolded from there is, firstly, yes, there were massive billing issues, and I did solve that for them as part of the overall solution. But when I got out there, I realised that this was a huge group of kindergartens, 27 in total, 27 sites, and they were operating the business of these small VoIP solutions that actually weren't working effectively. While I was sitting there, I realised the call flow wasn't ideal, just by observing what was going on in the business. And I decided to take with me the international roaming bill and schedule a follow-up appointment to come back a week later. After that time, I phoned into various of the different kindergartens that were part of the group, and I started doing my own research and realised that they didn't have enough line capacity. You often couldn't get through. There's nothing on hold when they were placing you on hold. And I started just building a bit of a case around it. When I went back, I said to them, look, the reality is the international roaming charges do stand, but I'm going to help you guys get a credit for it in any case, because it is exorbitant and you're a big client for Telstra. On the other side, I asked, can I please get a meeting with the director? I've uncovered these massive systemic issues in your call handling within the business. And I started telling them about the fact that I was a young mother at that time, and I'd gone back to work because I was very career orientated, but I know that if my phone ever rang and it was the kindy, my heart would literally stop immediately. And if I had to phone back and I could not get through, I would lose my mind. And I just started painting the picture of what parents go through, firstly with all the guilt of putting their kids in kindy because they want to have a career or they need the income, and just about the experience and how important that experience was. And I started building the value of what a proper solution would look like to the Chief Financial Officer, which is whom I was dealing with. Literally a few weeks later, I had a meeting with the director, and we actually did the deal on that day. So 3 meetings later, I ended up closing one of the biggest sales of my life, and it was all based on the fact that they did have a systemic issue in there, and they had so many people coming in trying to upgrade the equipment and put in more lines, but they were constantly faced with a review of, this is what it's costing you now and this is what it's going to cost you. I turned the whole conversation on its head by saying, what is it costing you not to have the right solution in play? What is the experience for the parents? How many people bring their second child back to your kindies? How much business are you actually losing from the fact that people don't have the confidence in your operations purely because your call handling isn't ideal? If you position it in that way, all of a sudden the extra $200 a month is absolutely nothing. So focus on storytelling. It doesn't have to always be your story. You can use other people's stories, and that's why it's really important to share stories within the team so that you have different success stories you can leverage within certain industry verticals, and you've always got some type of a value that you can draw on just to make it really relatable for the customer. That's my tip for the week ahead. Happy selling.